Fuck you mean you don't know DJ Mark B? You better preach.
You may disagree, but up to me, it's a fact. Paying running backs, it ain't no fun in that. Yeah, the sermon about to start, so I hope you know your stats. And if Kev get it wrong, then Rashad gon' have his back with the facts. Matter of fact, all we do is say wins. When wings, congregation say amen. Trades, debates, wins, losses, the latest news, bruh. Prophet Kev speak, he got him saying hallelujah.
Welcome to Preach Kev Preach with Rashad. We are the prophets in another episode, another sermon coming at you from Wildcard Sports here on Wildcard TV in the Wildcard studio. Cam.
What's good?
Yeah, Rashad, what's going on, man?
What up, bro? Good to see you, man. You leave me hanging, bro. We ain't linked since Miami, bro.
This is for real.
We ain't linked since Miami.
Yeah, this
man.
is in person. It's like when the pen pals come together. It's lit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, feel a little different.
Mr. Wild Card himself, Cam Will. What it do?
What's good?
That's funny. Hey, we had to do a special episode in Atlanta. Can I say that? Or, guys gonna come to your address, something beat you up or something? All right. So we
don't get put on ATL scoop over here.
Coming live from a secluded location.
Yeah, secret location, Area 24.
That's funny.
Somewhere deep in the ATL.
Deep in ATL, man. Another Prophet Playoff Theory episode. The NFC West. This is the best division in football.
West is the best.
West. I mean that. As far as top to bottom, I mean I don't. It's hard to find any other division that can compete. I mean I guess the NFC East that we just aired compete as far as talent wise because they all in the same record. But in this case, this team always made the playoffs. Like you got three teams who can make the playoffs. The Cardinals, who was actually in the 7th seed for the last 2 or 3 weeks going into the playoffs last year, and then Wild find out not being in there. But it's stacked and loaded everywhere.
Yeah, the only division that's close is NFC North.
I was about the AFC North. I was about to say I don't know if the AFC North is gonna be happy with you just proclaiming the NFC West to be just by far the best division.
All we gotta do is say Cincinnati versus Arizona. That's it, and that's the answer.
I mean, not really though, because you look at
it could be Cincy versus the 49ers.
Like if you're comparing, like if you ranked all the teams, how'd you stack it up before we get
into it? All right, number one. Since the AFC North already episode been aired, I'm gonna go
Ravens number 1 for me.
Ravens number 1. All right, number 2.
What you got, Cam?
Number 1 team.
Yeah, out of those 8 teams,
North and the West.
AFC North, NFC West.
I'm gonna say Browns. I think they the best team out of all. We with the NFC West, right?
Yeah.
I think the Browns.
I like that. I mean that's.
And I think the Rams are close second for me.
Yeah. So I have Rams second.
Yeah, I got Ravens, Rams, then Browns.
Okay.
So you got.
I got Ravens 3rd.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's top 3. So where you go for? I go 49ers.
I'm with you on that.
Ooh. Number 4. I'm not gonna just. I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh.
I'm not ready to just say nah with them. I think bringing in Najee Harris. I think they receiving core. I think their defense is settled in. I think they just another year more mature, another year more gelled together. They didn't lose too many. I think they signed in Joe Hayden.
Yeah.
I think he'll finish his career off in Pittsburgh. So I think they got something solid there. I think the organization is solid, everything around there. So I don't want to write them off. I think they started 10-0, 11-0.
I'm about to say
that's not a fluke.
I say
it wasn't. Yeah,
I'll say the Steelers fans are not happy with us though because we.
Hold up, Jimmy G or Big Ben today?
Jimmy G.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Well.
Just because I do think Big Ben is pretty done.
Yeah.
But I think by them bringing in Najee Harris, potentially giving him a running game with the wide receivers, I think he'll be good enough.
I got you.
Yeah, I give you that. I'm going 49 just because we know Mike Tomlin is special on defense. The loss of Robert Salas should be something, but you still got the talent over there, and if he's going off that, I'm gonna go offensively. 49 is better.
I don't want to reroute y'all too far, but do they necessarily have the talent? I think we just keep thinking about what they had. I think the world is just giving them a lot of credit for what they've done in the past. They don't have the most beastie. I mean, I know they drafted, I can't remember his name. Last year they brought a rookie in for that defensive line, but they got rid of Armstead and Buckner. two all
Armstead there.
pros.
Armstead's there.
Armstead still there?
It was Buckner or somebody else.
Buckner
and
Buckner left,
who was
and
the
then
other
it should have been Solomon Thomas, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they let D Ford go too.
D Ford and Richard Sherman, of course, is gone.
Yeah, and then
Hey,
it's just they got a lot of question marks that
I get that. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I just think we giving them a lot of credit for what they did.
They got one of the best linebackers in the game.
I still think the Bosa Fred Warner
Combo is kind of lethal.
That is a pretty deadly.
I mean, but you got Kinlaw.
That's the guy I was talking about.
Replaced with Kinlaw. And I mean, you were South Carolina. You already know how that go. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina D lineman now. We out there now.
The SEC
we out there
South
now.
Carolina, Eastern Carolina.
Hey, watch out now. Hey, watch out. Hey, y'all. Hey, he playing early, man. He playing early. But
off wax combo.
but Cincinnati gonna be the last one though. I think we can all agree to that.
It's the middle that you have to look at because I think I'm taking Seattle over Pittsburgh. That's just me.
Yeah, I'll probably have Seattle 5th. I mean the Seattle right above Cincinnati. By a long shot. Seattle above Cardinals. Bengals, Arizona, and Seattle the bottom 3. But it's a gap between Arizona and Bengals though.
I think we got to. I think that I think we need to revisit that when the season progresses. I think we haven't given the Bengals enough time to develop some of that shit that y'all giving the yeah, but y'all giving the 49ers credit for what they did in the past, and I think y'all punishing the Bengals for what they were in the past. So I think we need to play some football.
I believe in Kyle Shanahan. Anyway, we'll get into that
with Jimmy G.
Well, I get it. So we gonna start in Arizona.
All right.
We'll start there. I mean, last year 8-8, like I said, had a chance to make the playoffs. Kyler Murray. I last year when we did this, I had Kyler Murray being the second quarterback, and that was above Jared Goff, above Jimmy G, and I mean he proved that and
easily. And
now the roster is getting better. You gave him a dynamic receiver in D-Hop. You saw how that worked out with the Hail Mary over 3 Buffalo Bills guys to get a dub. Cliff Kingsbury, he's coming along. I think he still is what's we're looking for. Like he's not dynamic enough. D-Hop stays on one side the whole time, which I don't understand. You got one of the best guys in the league. You need to put him everywhere.
Yeah, they're not innovating too much crazy stuff. Like McVay, all those guys move people around. Shanahan move people around. D-Hop stays on one spot.
But you bring in J.J. Watt, which he had a choice of any team, and he chose Arizona. Now I don't know how good that is, but when you put him alongside Chandler Jones, who's crying about some money now, all of a sudden, but
Xavier Howard.
But you put him right there, yeah, that's crazy. But you put him J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones, that's a formidable duo down there on the front line. So, and the secondary is getting better as it is. Budda Baker, one of the best safeties in the league. Byron Murphy's growing as a corner. You let Pat Pete go. You bring in who was it? Malcolm
Butler.
I guess
they really believed in Byron Murphy though, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean,
gotta let him go.
First round draft pick. Got it at some point.
Got to make that move.
And then you got to hope Isaiah Simmons is the guy that he showed in Clemson to be the most versatile player.
But they got to show me, and coming to him, because that's why I was waiting for y'all to bring him up. They got to show me defensively they can use him.
Yeah.
In the ways that's gonna benefit him. Because I don't think he's a traditional player where you can just line him up at one spot and just all night, play in that spot or all day play in that spot. So I think they got to do a better job. His rookie year took a while for him to even get on the field.
Right. Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see this year how they deploy him with a healthy Chandler Jones. Is he going to be a Jamal Adams type guy or is he going to be?
He needs to be a Honey Badger type guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which one is he?
I think Simmons to me served best probably at the linebacker spot. Because you can get away with – because you got Budda back there. Do you really need 2 elite safeties? I mean, I guess Seattle did it back in Legion Boom, but you don't really have that in a lot of teams.
The way the passing game is going, bro, you need coverage.
I'd rather him back there with
with
them type of intangibles, man. I need him.
His speed in the intermediate game is going to be, I think, more valuable than in the back because, I mean, he can come up and drive on different stuff, but who can guard the Kittles and the Kelseys, like especially in this division where you got Kittle twice a year.
That's why I say I don't know if he's that. I don't know. He's a weird guy. I think we got to see some more of him.
Yeah, it's very early for him, but
sure.
Like I said, Kyler Murray, I think he's going to take you how far he's going to take you. And when you're ranking quarterbacks, just general, I mean, it's not many guys you say before him. And I think at the last year, I mean, it kind of got a little stagnant a little bit, but his I think he's gonna make up a lot for Cliff Kingsbury. Like a lot of things that Cliff can't do might get overshadowed by what Kyler can do. Like kind of like similar to Mike McCarthy or Aaron Rodgers, like something like that. So while we're talking about, I guess, the quarterback rankings in this one, where you got Kyler? I thought we'll get to other teams later, but he was my number 2 last year, and for whatever reason, I think when you put the weapons and the coaching all intertwined together, I put him down to 3 this year. That's kind of crazy to say.
I mean, somewhat, but not really. When you're looking at the league in total, the division has 3 top 10 guys. Russ will get to, Rams acquiring Stafford, and then there's Kyler. So, I mean, it just a pick your poison. We've been rating Stafford off his talent for, the last 10 years. Made the playoffs 3 times, no playoff wins. But we know the arm talent and what he brings to the game is there. Kyler, dual threat, still developing. So it just kind of depends upon what you decide to pick in that regard. I'm with you. I did go Stafford at 2 and Kyler at 3.
Damn, I hate to say it though. Like, so Cam, what do you think as far as like? So I guess we all could say we probably believe Russell Wilson is the best quarterback in this division. I mean,
I don't think I'd waste any of your viewers' time
on that.
trying to
get somebody right.
Right. I think Russ has solidified himself as the number 1 quarterback in the division, like you say, maybe top 3 in the league. In that area, where you can debate that. I think Kyler Murray is a lot better than people give him credit for.
Right, sure.
I think from a game plan perspective, from a utilization perspective, I would have to put him number 2 over Matthew Stafford. I think we're moving to a league, especially where, we saw Matthew Stafford obviously be a good quarterback, lead the Lions to the playoffs a few times. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you can't deny the arm talent, the toughness, all of that, but I just don't think his skill set fits in today's league, nor does it really fit into what Sean McVay really wants to do, where he wants a quarterback. He's not a statue, but he's not a quarterback that's going to really put a lot of pressure on you outside of play actions. But then I see Tom Brady do it without any evidence. Like, well,
right.
I mean,
I'm talking about.
You got Brady and Aaron Rodgers there tearing the league up.
Like Stafford just so for being a Vikings fan, I seen Lions twice a year, and I don't care how sorry the Lions roster is. Like, you get any chance of Stafford to do anything, it's gonna be a problem. Like, even when Marvin Jones as his best receiver, Kenny Galladay banged up last year, but now you put him into
Calvin Johnson. I'm
gonna stick with y'all. I'm gonna stick with y'all here. Actually,
I'm just saying, like,
because I think I'm slighting him a little bit because he probably could be successful, and I think it's not about what I want to do, and it's about what they kind of got built around there. So I'm gonna go with Stafford at 2.
Okay.
Because the thing is, I'm saying all 3 of these guys are top 10 quarterbacks. Like I'll sit here and rank Stafford. And Kyler right there around the same spot, or Russell ahead of them, of course. But this is why the NFC West is probably going to be the best division.
And then Trey Lance number 4. I don't want to talk about Garoppolo too much.
You don't want to talk about Jimmy G?
I mean, either way it goes.
I think either way.
Yeah, they still got the 4.
Yeah.
I just need to speak it into existence. Trey Lance number 4, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so,
somewhat by default.
All right, so you pull the Cardinals the Cardinals schedule. So like I said, last year 500. Where do you think they go this year? Because when you're talking about this division, like 8-8, that's great. Vegas got them at 8.5 this year, so they got them still being a 500 ball club. I mean, because like I said, 9-8 to me is 500. 8-9, that's 500 football still. So, can the Cardinals reach a better, like, I think what everybody worrying about the defense? Can the defense, like you said earlier, come up and make a statement? Because if they come up along with them, okay, they can stop. Can they stop the Rams? Can they stop the Seattle Seahawks? Can they stop 49ers? And that's gonna lead to how far they can really go.
I mean, we need to ask who's gonna stop them. Kyler Murray.
That's true.
D-Hop.
You gotta stop me too.
He's faded a little bit, but still got AJ Green, Christian Kirk, Rondale Moore. They have a plethora
a lot of
weapons, man.
Yeah. Did you say AJ Green? I wasn't listening. You said AJ Green.
You got James Conner. So they're gonna have plenty of weapons, man.
I honestly like the Connor Edmonds. Like like I said, I'm a RBBC guy. Yeah. My favorite team got Dalvin Cook, but Give me
I was about to say.
give me the two, but give me the running back immediately. Like it's just you got two different dynamic guys, and you know Connor struggled trying to be the lead guy, the focal guy, and he couldn't run the ball. And when the pressure's going to be on whether Kyler might keep the ball in his hands or you do RPOs, Connor should have a bounce back year as far as that. I like Chase Edmonds, especially for fantasy. So, you know, he's going to be somebody to look at. It is like you said, who going to stop them? And maybe they got to stop somebody. I mean, because who was that team that was it? The team is like, as far as like can score a lot of points, but also give a lot of points. Was the Falcons that year when the Super Bowl? When they went to the Super Bowl?
I think they were pretty solid.
They're pretty solid on defense. That
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
They
All
at
right.
least created some turnovers.
But the Cardinals can beat it. I mean, you got Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt coming at you. I mean, that's going to be
They got the potential to be
yeah,
dynamite on
yeah.
both sides of the ball. It's
Yeah.
just we got to see one.
see it.
Can these old guys, J.J. Watt, who I don't believe has been a top impact player in the league in probably 3 years, maybe.
Right, I agree.
That's fair.
Chandler coming off the Achilles injury. Was it ACL or Achilles? I think it's Achilles.
They
Or
got,
was
they
that
got a
Von
lot of,
Miller that tore?
Nah,
it?
that was
that was
Von
Von
Miller.
Miller. But
So what did Chandler do?
Chan-
Broke something, tore
So
something.
Chandler got hurt not like I think the year before, and then he got paid, got hurt, then came back, had a great year. I think he was one of these 2 years.
Led the
he was
league in
all-pro or
sacks.
something like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then
now
he got
won-
hurt again.
and now he want more money.
Yep. Renegotiate.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
yeah,
that's
sure.
the way of the league.
Yeah.
One season
Come
and it's, you know, it's
Come on.
up.
Let's be real.
But I look at the Cardinals' schedule, and one, I think for the NFC West, they're going to get a big boost from playing the AFC South this year.
Yep.
Not the AFC South. Yeah,
Yeah.
South. I think that's going to give them a big boost because you're getting
Jags.
Jags, Colts early, especially.
Maybe without Carson Wentz or something like that.
Well, they got Colts week 16, but a lot of the time, some of these teams in this division going to get them early and potentially missing Carson Wentz and Quentin Nelson. So I think that's going to benefit the division. I think that's going to benefit that 8.5 number.
Yeah, pencil in Jags and Texans as W's.
Right. Tennessee, the only team in that division right now, I'm feeling like currently constructed is going to be a tough out. They got Green Bay, they got Cleveland, they got
It's tough. tough.
obviously their division games. Dallas late in the season, Chicago in Chicago.
Carolina Panthers trap game.
Right.
Ooh,
Carolina
squeeze
trap
in there.
game. Sam
Yes.
Darnold, shout out to him. I hope he do well this season.
That's a deadly trap
That
game.
once you the NFC, the AFC South give them the boost, and then I look at the rest of that record. A lot of tough road games in Chicago, obviously in Dallas, versus Green Bay. See, like you say, the trap game. I can see them starting off good and then kind of
Falling off.
getting
a
into
little bit.
that 8 and
Yeah.
It's 8 and 9 now, or 9 and 8 is the new
That's
number.
the
The
new
new
500. That's the new
That's the
500.
new 500.
Yeah.
I can see them beating the 8.5, maybe 9, 10 wins tops.
Oh yeah. Don't forget to circle that Detroit.
Oh yeah,
dub.
that's an easy deal too. But not
You think so?
Oh yeah, Detroit,
Yeah.
Jared Goff, and who else? Name one
I'm
receiver.
about
on the
to say, I'm about to say last.
DeAndre Swift.
receiver.
He gonna be the new Kamara.
Dan Cam over there. I mean,
They're
that's,
gonna be
that's
losing
fair.
so many games.
Nah,
They're gonna
be getting popped this year
Yeah,
for sure.
Rashad Perryman. I can name one.
bro, he's so inconsistent.
Tyrell
though. Come
Williams.
on,
That's
man.
another one.
No,
He's so inconsistent.
he
too.
bought a bunch of inconsistent.
Those are
They
wide
sound like the
receiver
Patriots.
threes.
Yeah, that sound
I'm
like the
about- I'm
Patriots
about to
wide
say-
receiver core.
Okay. But they got Jeff Okuda, bro.
He don't.
What he gonna do?
Hopefully he catching a lot of shit. That's good for him if
He
he
doing
catching a
nothing.
lot of shit.
That was a terrible draft pick at the year one.
Did he play that bad?
It was sorry.
I didn't.
got
And,
cooked.
and then plus the
He got
team
cooked
that
by
get to
every
help him
receiver.
out.
Oh yeah, I mean, granted, you ain't got nobody else around you. You ain't got no safety. You ain't got no.
So he didn't look that
He
good.
ain't look
Not
good,
at
yeah.
all.
He ain't look like he ain't like the guy we thought was like
Yeah,
coming in the
third pick,
draft.
yeah.
He was
like,
third. I thought he was like 8.
He was third. So Lions could have got Justin Herbert. I'm just saying. I know it's another, but I'm just saying things you could have done hindsight wise. They could have got Zay Simmons. He probably would have been better.
This year, I think they learned they when they got
Lions
Panay
gonna
Sewell.
lie you.
That shit terrible. All right, get back to Cardinals. Cause all right, so you got a lot of tough stretches. I mean, the whole schedule tough.
It
You're
really
right.
is.
But I think, but what we talk about, I think Kyler's good enough. I think D Hop good enough. You know, the team's good enough to probably stay that 8.5, somewhere around there. So I got him at 8 wins. Rashad got him at 9. And
So if you're a betting
if you
person,
bet, man, I'm
avoid-
gonna say stay away because this is the NFC West you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yo, you mentioned Green Bay, you got Minnesota in NFC North. Then you playing at Chicago. Like, cause you might lose Chicago and Carolina game. If you're doing that, you're not getting that. You're
I'm
not getting
really
over.
scared for Kyler. Chicago, and the Rams back-to-back weeks. That's
That man,
he should be okay. He used to playing with 49ers, Rams, who have been some of the better defense
This
in
is
the
crazy.
league the last couple of years. So he should be fine. In Seattle, with Pete Carroll, they bring a lot of pressure too.
Lil Mac gonna
Cardinal,
be
when
bearing down his face.
when you see the end of the schedule when the season over, you're gonna be like, see, they beat Green Bay, but they gonna lose to Carolina. Like that's kind of Cardinals.
That's the type of shit they gonna do.
That's gonna do it. And that way, for that reason, I'm out. Mark Cuban. I'm gonna be out on taking over or under.
Profit tank.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
avoid.
I'm kind of out too, man.
Yeah,
I love the talent, love all the players they got individually, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to put it together.
All right, I got a question for y'all. What are the odds that Kyler Murray is in the MVP race? Because he has the offensive talent to put up the numbers.
Yeah.
And if it turns into 11-12 win season,
In the NFC West, if you put 11-12 wins for Kyler Murray, he better be top 5 at least. Gotta be.
Yeah, the wins got to come with it. And that's just the part that I can't get around is the wins.
If it's 11-12 wins, it's gotta be because of Kyler Murray.
They have the talent to get the numbers. He can get the numbers for sure. It's just we got to match.
There's potential there, but he's a low end 7-8 like preseason MVP list for me type guy.
I wish you can bet on like places. I wish you can bet.
You can do that. Oh, places,
like places.
Oh, no.
Like I need like
for MVP.
I feel like you'd be like Kyler Murray top 10. I think that's easy money.
Yeah, that's why they don't let you bet on shit like that.
That's fair.
Are we gonna get his asshole our money because he predicted that Kyler Murray is a good football player?
Yeah, come on.
I like that.
Vegas
Come
ain't
on,
that
Vegas.
nice.
Come on, Vegas. God damn. All right. Let's go to the Rams. We got Mitchell Stafford in this division, being right behind QB2 right behind Russell Wilson. I just think this is the final. He finally got a team where you can go into the season and be like, damn, he might not be the best player on the team, which he's not. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, that's probably after that, but still, he never had. I mean, who he had on the line outside of Calvin Johnson and Sue, right? But
little place,
but hey, watch out. Look, but after that, you didn't have anybody. Like it was those three guys drop off of the Detroit Lions. I mean, Marvin Jones and Golden Tate should be your next best players. But now you got Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, who are two good receivers, and with the addition with Sean McVay and the offense that he brings, like Cam Akers towards ACL, but I think you can pretty much anybody in that running back spot.
Committee approach, and
they're gonna be fine. I mean, Todd Gurley was the best back in the league for 2 years in that Rams system, and now he got a team. Gurley on the team yet? I don't think he is.
I don't think so. Him or Bill.
Damn, that's
Gurley is with the Ravens, isn't he?
He was going to sign, but I don't think he ever did.
He didn't sign with the Ravens.
So the Rams Stafford got a better team this year, a better system around him, and then he gonna have the defense to back it up. Cause we talk about Sue on the Rams, but
he's a free agent.
But I'm saying, Sue on the Lions. My fault.
Yeah,
he's done.
When Sue was on the Lions,
Gurley.
It's about week 6, week 7.
Yeah,
till somebody get hurt.
Yeah, Gurley and Bill, they're gonna have to wait it out.
Yeah, but when on Sue on the Lions, that's it. You got Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. You got guys. You got talent. They lost the corner or safety to the Browns though. Josh Johnson, he left.
Yeah.
But I mean that's because you can't pay everybody. You broke.
John Johnson. He went to the Browns.
Yeah. But you broke, so you don't get paid by so many people. But I got my boy Taylor Rapp over there though.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, shout out to him. But so
Ayers Williams, I like him too over there.
Yeah, he actually that's actually like if you're ranking like corner duos, like people don't talk about Darius Williams like that. And of course you got Jalen Ramsey, but Darius Williams is not no slouch. So you can't even go to the other side and avoid him.
Right, you're gonna have to deal with a ball player over there.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. So I'm very high on the Rams this year. When we talk about switching gears to the coaches, Sean McVay, like, cause I'm finally able to do it. I'm finally able to put. I'm not really a Pete Carroll guy. I put Pete Carroll at number 3 this year in Seattle, and that's still wild to say, I think. But with Kyle Shanahan and McVay, I think I'm gonna take them too.
The NFC is just one of those weird dynamics where every year it can change because, you're down on Pete because he's a defensive guy, and to some people they feel like he doesn't do anything special. He kind of holds Russ back. Then you have Kyle Shanahan, who with Jimmy G, that's a 10-win team. You can go and lock that in with the Matt Ryan gave him his MVP season, but when he don't have Jimmy G, it's Nick Mullins out there. It's a 5-6 win team, so he's kind of QB dependent.
Right.
And then you got McVay, who turned golf into a Pro Bowler. Had him and Gurley up there for MVP, and even when golf regressed the last couple of years, they were still putting up 10, 11 wins, making the playoffs. So it all, of course, Cliff just gonna be the last by default. So when you're ranking the coaches, it all depends upon what you value.
He might be last for a good reason though.
Cliff,
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
I don't want you to treat him like
Okay,
Jimmy G
yeah.
and Trey Lance. Because you just put them in the same. He might actually be a guy we looking at after this year and actually may be on the hot seat.
But I mean, I think if you put Cliff in some different divisions, he'll be number 2 maybe.
You know, I got to pull this division list up because I don't like Cliff Kingsbury, and I can't think of many coaches I would.
All right, let's
Rather
take NFC East. There's McCarthy, Joe Judge, whoever Phillies coach is, Sirianni, and Ron Rivera.
Shit,
Cliff Kingsbury.
you must have had this one set up already. I can't argue with you there.
I mean, bro, I'll go AFC West too. You got Andy Reid, that's John Gruden, Vic Fangio, and then the Chargers got a new coach with Staley. I'll put Cliff.
I'm about to say he can
number
compete.
2.
He can compete with Gruden because I mean it's not like
Yeah, Gruden. He's pretty lukewarm.
yeah. I don't know where I stand
Well,
on
hey,
Raiders yet.
We'll get to them later, but that's a 10-year
Yeah.
deal
Yeah.
finna go to waste.
That's
Talking about bad beats, bad
What the
investments.
what the buyout look like on that? It's gonna be like an NBA buyout.
hey,
telling
he
you.
be making. Hey, at this point, he might well just ride. He gonna ride it out.
And he got like $10 million a year or something like that, don't
Exactly.
Nice. That's a nice job.
Probably a little ownership stake too.
Good, but
he? For what?
Cliff Kingsbury might be. He
Chucky.
might be 2 or 3 in a lot of different divisions.
You might be right.
But I think his gap in this division is pretty significant.
Oh yeah, and this one for sure.
So-
So that's why I was saying like the top 3.
Oh,
it
yeah.
depends upon
Yeah.
what you value.
Now, so where you at? 'Cause with the top 3,
I got Pete 1.
I got Pete third. I got Pete 3.
I'm more inclined to put him third, but I'm gonna put Shanahan third.
That's crazy. Shanahan number 1, man.
I like McVay a lot.
On which you see.
I like.
I
McVay.
just think maybe his biggest problem is he thinks he's so good that he doesn't think he needs the proper personnel on offense to kind of push that dream over the top. Yeah, your system can be awesome, but it's going to take some spectacular
Talent.
players
Oh yeah.
to
Yeah.
take you to that next level. And I think that's why I think the Stafford move was huge. I think he's starting to realize, like, all right, I can only
Do but so
pull
much.
so many strings.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I can't give him, the other shit.
Yeah.
So I think I would love him. He's number 1. That's my only issue with him. 28-3 don't sit well with me. I will never forget that.
That's fair.
I watched him blow. I watched him blow the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. I don't think it's a fun fact. The Chiefs were Mike Shanahan. I think not Kyle Shanahan blunder away from like never winning the Super Bowl.
It's true.
Like the whole narrative of Pat Mahomes would have completely been different if Kyle Shanahan would have handled business
Now-
again.
The Jimmy G pass too.
Now I'm about to say
That pass,
Kyle
was that,
Shanahan-
Marquise Goodwin.
Sanders.
No, it was
But-
Emmanuel. It was
but
Emmanuel Sanders.
It was did as a coach, I drew up the perfect play.
That's one, but
Yeah.
that's the one
so here you
thing
go.
that
So here
on
you
the
go. Look.
players you can go back like that.
The execution was off.
So
But it was
I know we on the Rams, but on the Kyle Shanahan part, if he put Trey Lance in that situation and Brandon Ayuk or Debo Samuel, do the 49ers win a championship. And I'm talking about Trey Lance who ain't played the game yet.
you put Jimmy G back in that situation.
With 2 receivers. What
I
happens?
still think he overthrows it. I think, and I don't want to put Trey Lance in that situation. I don't think he makes that play in that situation at this point in his career. And I wouldn't even sit here and lie
It's
to
like
y'all.
so when everybody say Kyle Shanahan blows the Super Bowl,
They were up double digits
Well, I'm
in
gonna-
the fourth quarter.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the other side and say that he had to hold off Mahomes and Tom Brady, the GOAT and the future GOAT.
I guess this time, at least he lost with a team actually passing the ball. He lost to the Patriots down 28-3 with them running the ball. So
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's fair.
But I'm still gonna give Salah credit for that. And not,
That's fair. I get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But the Rams, we're on the Rams. My fault. The Rams, one of the best rosters in the business. We got Sean McVay. So you said what number you said?
I got Pete 1, McVay 2, Kyle Shanahan 3.
So you got McVay 2, you got McVay 1, and I got him 2. All right. So by the private playoff theory, Stafford 2, McVay average to be 2-1. They a lot. And I mean they made the playoffs last year, right?
They did.
So won the division. No, they came
No,
10-6
they were
last year.
second.
10-6 last year.
2
So
years removed from a Super Bowl, 3 years removed from a Super Bowl appearance.
and I'm inclined to say this team better.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you upgraded QB. I mean, Jared Goff, at one point, I was pretty high on him. I mean, he was going downhill. Then he broke his thumb, broke his hand.
Yeah.
And they were still competitive in the playoff game without him.
Because Ramsey wasn't on the team, was he?
The Super Bowl team?
No. So now you got, and Darius Williams wasn't Darius Williams. So now you got, I think this team better. And, I mean,
I think that team is very top heavy from
Yeah.
all, and that's why I say, like, by your theory, coach, quarterback, and even they got the names to go with it. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, it give you a lot of confidence. You know what I mean? But my biggest issue with them is it's such a steep drop off after you name Sean McVay, Matt Stafford, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, even throw Darius Williams in there, and then what? The 2 wide receivers maybe, and then it's gonna be a long time before you name another player. And they're one injury, they're one bad game, they're one.
They already down Cam Akers.
Yeah, that's what, and they're down Cam Akers. They're a young, dynamic running back. So now you're going back to a running game that hadn't been effective in a whole season and a half probably.
Mm-hmm.
With is Darrell Henderson still there?
Yeah, he'll be
He's there.
to start
He'll be
week one.
starting,
right.
so. Yeah.
He has some solid weeks though.
Yeah, I feel you. But you also got, what's the dude from Florida? The receiver.
Van.
So he gonna get an opportunity
Jefferson.
because they let Reynolds go. So he gonna have his opportunity to emerge, and people like him a lot. So that the 3 receiver sets are gonna be there. You still got the tight end Higbee. So I think Stafford is going to take this offense to another level. And yeah, you talk about the injuries, but I mean we can only predict what we got in front of us, and I don't think we got is Cam Akers being hurt. So with that being said, and like if we had to come back and reevaluate the injuries, hey, it is what it is. But I really got the Rams high. I think I got them good in 12 games this year. So as being one of the best teams in the NFC. And if you're one of the best teams in the NFC, it's a lot of teams. It's a lot of teams in the NFC. But it's I think like you mentioned earlier about the McVay don't have to pull so many strings now because he got a guy who can make.
Is 12 wins still enough to win the division now?
Yeah,
still enough.
I think because they're gonna beat each other, probably so. Yeah,
that's why in any division, like because 11, 12 used to be that sweet spot.
Yeah,
12.
You think it's still that?
It's still there. It's still
okay.
Yeah. So I actually had the Rams win the division. So in this one, so 12 wins. I think they probably go 4-2 in the division, and if you go 4-2, if you can win games like you got at Minnesota, at Baltimore back to back, I think that's pretty tough. But if you split with the Green Bay Vikings one, right, and then you got Baltimore, which is tough. That's a tough addition to a schedule because you play that 17. That's their 17th game that they added on. So normally you wouldn't have that. And I was like, that's a good like preview of like. All right, are they for real? Because like I said, you play Arizona, Seattle, Minnesota, then you got a Super Bowl contender in Baltimore, and then 49ers right behind it. That's a good stretch going to the playoffs. Like if we win those games, all right, I don't think nobody can fuck with us. I think that's where the Rams trying to go.
Week 3, that's the measuring stick. They get Tampa Bay early, so
Yeah.
that'll be a good game, potentially a good win with the Bucs coming out west. Where you can kind of measure yourself up and get your confidence rolling. Like, okay, we might have something here. I think that always plays a part when you catch certain teams. So you'll have the Bucs early right there, and they're looking forward to that Brady versus New England. Brady Belichick.
I think you read my mind. 'Cause I was looking at the schedule and I was thinking the same thing, but a different game. I think it's that prime time Sunday night versus Tennessee. I think that's going to be the matchup. I think because that's going to be the matchup where you're going to be able to see all of those things we just talked about. Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey in that secondary all going to have to bring it and put it together in one showing. I think that's going to be the first matchup. Because I don't know if that Week 3 Tampa game everybody going to be firing on all cylinders where we can really. Right. I think week 9, I think they're going to be cooking with grease, and I think we'll kind of have a good idea where everybody going to be right there. And I think that's going to be a matchup that's going to test them in every aspect of their football team.
And schedule wise, I like that they have the week 11 bye. I think they'll be 8-2 at the bye because they have a 3-week stretch where you get Giants, Lions, and Texans.
Shit,
That's lovely.
I'm looking at
That's
Green
lovely.
Bay.
And then you're gonna play Tennessee, so you basically got a bye week before the Tennessee game.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not as low on new. I don't know what y'all think about the Giants. I'm not gonna try to get in there, but I'm not as super low on the Giants. But that is a 3-game stretch where
that's lovely. That's lovely football right
The reason why it's a easy win, I mean, you got Mr. Danny Dimes turnover prone. You got Aaron Donald coming at him.
Scared. Yeah. That might be something. That might be something to look into.
You got those two corners out there, man.
Yeah, it's not a good matchup for.
They're gonna have to revenge that Baltimore ass whooping that they put on them a couple years ago. Last year before.
Rams.
Remember Ravens smacked the Rams prime time?
Oh well, yeah,
it was like 45-6.
Week 17 is
on there.
Oh man,
week 17 is up.
They got to show them they're not that sorry. They got to.
They got a cupcake game before that too. You know.
Watch out! Watch out now. Not at Minnesota. We go to Rams. It might be a little different story.
Y'all gonna open the dome up?
You know, we ain't gonna keep that shit closed.
Keep it closed.
Keep it closed for theirs. Hey,
Too
might open it up.
Day
Might open it up.
Day after
Get a
Christmas,
little snow in it. Put a little snow on the field so they can slip and slide. You know.
Okay, I think I'm with y'all though. 12 wins seems. All their schedules are tough though, so it's like these seasons go. We can say 12 wins and it could be 9. You know,
Vegas said 10.5. So
I put them at 13.
Would y'all take it over?
You got them at 13.
Yeah, 13.
I only have them losing 4 games. I think they'll lose 1 to Seattle, 1 to the 49ers. I think they'll drop 1 to Baltimore, and then I have them with a toss up in there somewhere. So something like the Green Bay, maybe Arizona. Like the division's just so tough.
This might be the
Tennessee.
best division in football because as I'm starting to really break this comment, it's so many ifs, buts, you know.
See,
and it's not much separating.
Rams messed up coming in second place because we talked about it on the NFC South show. Tampa Bay got to avoid a lot of things because they won the Super Bowl and the New Orleans won the division last year, so they got to avoid, you know, the first place schedule. But if you're the Rams, you come in like, man, we got second place schedule, we looking good. Oh, Buccaneers. Like, imagine the Rams saying, we got the Saints instead, just because there's no Drew Brees. Like, that's an easier tough than playing Tampa Bay.
Right.
Like, you know, so.
I mean, at least they get the Colts early because Wentz will still be trying to find his form.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure y'all trying to get off of the Rams. I got one question for you. If they don't get it done this year, when I say get it done, obviously what their organizational goals seem to be to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
If they don't get it done this year, based off of how they've kind of structured their team, what do they do from here? If this year, let's say they completely, I don't even want to say completely miss the playoffs, but let's say they make the playoffs, first round exit, or they struggle to get in, or whatever, and we just look at the team and it's like they're not as good as we thought they were. Where do they go from here? Where do you see the escape plan?
You got to stay the course at least 1 more year.
One more?
Because they traded all that stuff for Stafford.
They have nothing.
Then contract-wise, and then most teams get better in year 2 of a system.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Stafford still got a couple years left of elite play. So yeah, you gonna have to run it back, and then just because whatever contract Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Stafford got all together, like that's just gonna have to be what it is. And you'll reassess when you cross that bridge.
Then you paying the cap hold on. You got the cap penalty for golf too, right?
I say that's the real question. Like financially, what adjustment could they make?
Because they're gonna be too good.
They gotta holler at the Saints, man.
They're gonna be too good.
Teach them how to operate over that cap.
Because they gonna be too good to draft a quarterback, huh? You gonna have
to draft anything.
Bruh,
Huh?
I mean, it's only like 4 quarterbacks in the league that's not a first round pick that's good. Like Brady, Russ, Dak, and Cousins. That's the only 4, right? Everybody else is a first round pick.
Big Ben went in the first.
Everybody else is a first round pick.
Yep.
So unless you get somebody at 29 or 32, like you ain't doing nothing. You got to keep stabbing till you die, I guess. Whichever
At least
one
for a
first.
couple of years.
All right, let's move on to the 49ers. I think it's another great team.
Bay Area.
The only problem is the way y'all say Kyle Shanahan 3 and Trey Lance or Jimmy G can be 4 by default. Damn. What y'all saying then?
Exactly what your theory's saying. I mean, you did the math.
The roster is what can save them, and plus, of course, 4-play schedule. That always plays a part too.
That's where they're cheating at.
So like the roster
That's
being
where
so
they're cheating
good, and then having a 4-play schedule. I see Lions, Eagles. Come on, man.
That's how they got to the Super Bowl last time.
Jaguars, Texans. The division.
You know the
4-play
AFC South
schedule.
is there.
Come on, man.
That's 3 wins for sure,
That's
3 or 4.
I give them 3 on that one, and then
So that's where it is.
Atlanta, Cincinnati.
Yeah, so you got Kyle Shanahan, who in probably most other divisions is 1 or 2. He's 3 in this one based upon preference. I mean, solid roster. QB gonna be 4 always, but with that schedule in the roster, they can overcome a lot. They're gonna probably be a playoff team.
they got Cincinnati and Atlanta.
They'll be a double-digit win playoff team. The only question you got to ask about them is early bye week. That means you're gonna play 12, 13 games after your bye consecutively. That can wear a
Like
team
they
out.
always got an early bye.
Yeah,
too.
all the time too. Yeah,
They can wear a team out.
Damn,
on the
they
back
gon-
end.
they
You
might-
got to play like 15 games straight if you make the playoffs
Yo.
and trying to make a Super Bowl run.
they gonna look
That's
like
a
the
lot of
best
football.
team. They gonna
Yeah,
look like
that's
the
tough.
best team in the league the first 2 weeks. Jimmy G about to be the best quarterback in football the first 2 weeks.
And they get his trade value.
Nah.
Look who he play. Tell me he ain't about to throw 400.
He need to.
He needs to keep his job, right? Detroit, Philly, come on now.
that's
He
the
about
biggest
they about to
question,
win by 40 combined.
Did you- I wish you'd have saw my face as I'm looking at it.
And like that's the biggest question. How long does he keep the job? Where does Trey Lance come in? That's the biggest question.
All right, so look,
Because we know it ain't week 3.
I'm about to say going to
7. I mean, it's
that's right.
set up
Good
for
talk.
that.
Good talk. They gonna dominate the first 3 weeks. Packers get their ass whooped every time they play 4 0.
It's a whole different ball game when you playing from behind. It's a whole different ball game.
I'll say, all right, so I think they're going 3-0 because Green Bay can't match up with 49ers.
Yeah, the
So-
last 2 times they played, they got obliterated.
So now you playing Seattle, Arizona, 2 division games, but you know the history of. So it's not like it's a shock. No matter how good the division is, you know about them. So I'm trying to figure out where do Trey Lance come in because I think they in love with Trey Lance. Because
Yeah, you move up in the draft to get him. You definitely love him.
you gotta love it. And there's no way you let this guy sit on the bench. Whether it's some Sean Payton too cute where you gotta throw him in for a drive or something, do some plays. I just feel like they probably gonna do that.
I mean, if they start off, I think if they start off the way you think they're gonna start off, I think that's the way that you can justify
put him in after you win.
No, leaving him on the shelf. I mean, if Jimmy G come out and how you say potentially 5-0, 4-1 going into week 6 bye, it's gonna be really hard to derail that train.
Right.
As John Lynch, as Shanahan, like you be foolish like to start off 5-1 and pull your quarterback no matter what. Like,
And that's the hard part because
with a schedule like this,
yeah, I'm about to say because even after the
Like,
bye,
where's
Colts,
what do you get them in
Colts, Bears, Cardinals. All right, we probably say they might go 2-1 that, but then you got Rams. All right, that's probably that could be a loss, could be a win, but you got Jacksonville, another
they
win.
finna start piling them up after the Jackson. After the Rams.
And Green Bay, the same thing as Minnesota. When as far as matching up against the Kyle Shanahan system, they just can't. Neither one of them teams can stop it.
Right.
Like so if you're talking about the only beating the NFC North 2 juggernauts, then you split your division and you win every sorry game matchup. Like,
Yeah,
how do you put Trey Lance in?
Right. If we start 5-1, 5-0, 6, 4-1, there's no way you can convince me that we can't win 5 to 6 more games on this back end of the schedule.
Right,
So
pretty much.
Trey Lance will be collecting dust this year.
I mean, he'll have a package. They'll have a package for him. Some
You gonna have
Taysom
to.
Hill type stuff.
Yeah, you
Not
gonna
running, but like just they'll have a package for him to get in there and get some burn. He ain't
Yeah.
played football in 2 years.
Yeah,
That's true.
Sure. My theory is I just think that Jimmy G has one opportunity to blow a masterful defensive performance from that defense. That's what's gonna get him benched. I think that's what lost him the Super Bowl. I mean, part of him not being able to just kind of make that one play for him
Right.
after the defense had kind of did the job,
Right.
get him the lead. Now we're not asking you to carry us,
But just
but
do enough.
sustain something so that we can kind of recalibrate,
Yeah.
and extend the game. And I think that is what lost in the Super Bowl. I think that's the sour taste. I think that's what got you trading up number 3 to get Trey Lance. So I think that's going to be like triggered shit. Like, all right, it's going to be a short leash for him doing stuff like that. So I think that's going to be.
195
But
yards,
that's-
1 TD, 1 INT.
Yeah, it's going to.
But see, that's the problem. Let's see the problem is Jimmy G gonna be sorry enough? Like, cause like, do you see Jimmy G in the same light as you see? Oh, we got Teddy Bridgewater as our quarterback, or
better
we got
Teddy.
Tyrod Taylor as our quarterback. So as far as like, do you see him as saying like okay, he's just a placeholder? Because even if Jimmy G is, let's just say he's number 20 quarterback in the league, like with this roster that he got, is he good enough? Like I'm saying, like is he good enough to be like, are we just going? Because you just gonna have to throw Trey Lance.
I think it's a two-way question of that because do you genuinely feel like you can win a Super Bowl this year? That's the question you got to ask yourself as an organization. As a fan, as somebody who love to watch the game, I want to see Trey Lance in as early as possible.
Right.
But if I'm the 49ers and we speaking from them as an organization, you got to just really be able to have that tough question and say, can we really win a Super Bowl? If the answer is yes, you go with Jimmy G.
Because Rashad, you mentioned earlier, you said Kyle Shanahan only win when he got Jimmy G. I mean, that record speaks for itself when Jimmy G is a starting quarterback. And that's the thing is like, dang, is Jimmy G is he really gonna stink it up in the Kyle Shanahan system when he been in it what 3-4 years now? Like yeah, I mean
they went and traded for dude. He just got dropped in and went like 5-0.
So the question is
they went to the Super Bowl.
So the question is, do Jimmy G get hurt? Which we don't want to predict injuries to people. You know what I'm saying?
Of course he does. He always gets hurt.
So I mean,
something will happen. He'll get ruffled up.
So that's the only way Trey Lance take over.
A late hit, get his shoulder banged up, or get a stinger.
So you think it'll be the
time?
So do you think he has a Pat Mahomes type resurgence where it's towards the end of the year and they're like, oh shit, this guy's good, or will it be on the injury cusp of more Drew Bledsoe where it, some type of injury? Trey Lance get a start that we didn't anticipate him to have. He does really well.
See,
and never lets it go.
It's gonna be one, two things: Jimmy G getting hurt, or Jimmy G getting COVID or something. Because think about this: if Trey Lance,
that is a new aspect.
If Jimmy G get COVID going into the Cincinnati game, Trey Lance gonna light their ass up. Then he gonna play Atlanta, light their ass up. Oh, Jimmy G's back from protocols. Are we really gonna put him in against Tennessee?
Shit, we 10-4. Shit.
At the last 2 weeks,
these young boys spinning it now.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something like that where you just have to like leave him out there and say we're just gonna take the consequence. Cause like that's probably. I mean, social media went around then.
I mean, he'll get his job back if Trey Lance stink it up because he.
Oh yeah, of course.
He don't have the offensive.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But that's how like you think that's how social media would have been with Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe situation. Like that. I mean, Tom Brady got in, they was doing good enough.
I just don't see the benefit of putting yourself in that situation. Again, I asked that same rhetorical question: can you win a Super Bowl? If you didn't think that Jimmy G was even a Super Bowl caliber quarterback, I don't think in today's league this whole narrative, this whole idea where you got to usher a young guy into the game and he need a mentor. Fuck that. I think they should have already ushered Jimmy G out and set the stage for it to be Trey Lance. I just don't ever like for. Because now you spend your whole season dealing with that shit. You really, and it's like, and then you kind of level yourself out because you spend your time on the cusp. Like, can we do this? Should we do this? When it should just be a situation, you lock in on this situation. That's what it is.
Well, let's take it further. Then, what type or at what cutoff point in a tier do you need for a Super Bowl QB? I think you need a top 12 guy. So, like, at what point do you draw the line where like this is the bare minimum that you can have for a good QB to win?
Who's at 12 for you then? That'll give me a better idea of what you're talking about.
All right, so top 5, Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, Russ, Watson, and then kind of like 5 through 12, that's Kyler, that's Matt Stafford. I'm going to throw Dak in there, Kirk Cousins, Justin Herbert.
Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill's up there. And that's like, 10 guys right there. I'm gonna throw Baker like towards the end of the top 12. Like he's like 12, 13. I think that's like the cutoff point.
I mean, so if
plus with a good roster, I forgot Lamar and Josh Allen. I got to throw them in.
Yeah, Lamar. Why do you say them names? Yeah, Lamar and Josh Allen. They probably above some of the guys we named. So that's. When you say those names, I mean maybe outside of Kyler we just talked about, are all those teams not trying to say they win a Super Bowl this year? Like Bills, Ravens, the Packers, the Browns, all the guys.
And even the Chargers, shit, you smiling from cheek to cheek because you know what you got.
Herbert probably at least top 15. If you want to just be young and just see how year 2 goes, he's still up there though. He got all the skills. Right. So yeah. So
I think about top 12, top 15.
Yeah. I think top 12, top 13. And then if it's anything below that, it got to be because your roster is just like crazy.
But I even think at that 12, at that 12 range, I think you'd have to have like an influx somewhere. Like your offensive line had to be off the chain. Crazy. Your defense got to be crazy. Even for one of them 12 guys to like, I think only that top 5 echelon can take a team with a serious deficiency somewhere
Right, because
and put the Band-Aid over it
I'll say-
game after game after game.
I'll say 3 quarterbacks that get a lot of slack. You know, Cousins, Tannehill, Dak. Well, and what did the team got? Cowboys defense. I mean,
Titans defense.
Titans defense.
At least Vrabel defense.
And then last year it was the Vikings defense. I mean, that's uncalled for them, but I think Vikings scored like top 5 in the NFC. We gave them the most points in the NFC.
Because them guys, I think what separate that top 5 from that next 5 to 7 is just making that big play, the decisions, throw it out of bounds versus throw it in the coverage. Like it's not small. I mean, not a big gap, arm talent all there.
Yeah.
You got guys with wheels. You got some of the, Matt Stafford probably got a better arm than any guy without wheels in the league. You feel me? He probably got the best arm.
Him and Rodgers up there.
Right. You feel me? But Rodgers got wheels. You know what I'm saying? So for the statue quarterback, it's probably in the better arm talent to go with it than Matt Stafford. But it's just like the injuries or bad decisions.
It's always something.
That's something.
Yeah,
that's the thing that separates.
So even if it's Jimmy or Trey, you talking about those. So all those guys we named. So the next guys after that are probably like your Burrows, your Derek Carrs, your Big Ben Cams.
Yeah, either on your way out,
or you
on your way up,
right.
or you just kind of.
And your stagnant guy, right?
Yeah.
So is Jimmy G probably? I mean, we named the quarter after that. Jimmy G. That's when you say Darnold, the Winstons, all those guys right there. Carson Wentz, like that's all the guys right there.
Right.
And I don't think. I mean, I think Colts and the Saints have Super Bowl aspirations.
Colts for sure. I don't think Saints do this year. I think they're gonna take a year off and kind of like retool it.
But of course, the Thomas injury kind of stole that too.
But I think that's just to throw my Saints thing in, my fault.
Go ahead.
I think like you said, I think this is a year to kind of be competitive, but not be competitive. But if we get the opportunity to,
all right, playoff aspirations. I'll say
that.
I'll say
yeah,
that.
we gonna take it.
So with the 49ers, like you it's like I just don't know how you're gonna throw him in there, and this year, and unless you just force yourself to do it.
All right, so part 2. What do you need to get in a trade for Jimmy G to give him up?
I mean, so who need?
You ain't gonna just bench him and let him sit there. He gonna lose value.
Who need Jimmy? Because I think Ryan Tannehill, not Ryan Tannehill. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick good enough for this year.
DC not gonna make a trade.
So Miami,
Brian Flores connection from Patriots.
All right.
I don't think he make that trade either because you creating that same situation. I just don't think it's beneficial.
I don't think Tua that guy.
But
I don't think Jimmy G is. We just talked about him in the lives of Winston, and nobody thinks that these guys are guys that's gonna get you to where you want to be.
I give Tua that, like we said in the AFC East episode, like give him that one more year because they had the hip injury, the COVID stuff. They have one more year. And then we'll see. Next year we'll talk trash about it.
I would like to see the Steelers, Steelers somewhere like that, Pittsburgh.
You think they'll do Big Ben like that though?
I think
Haskins I
think Big Ben, Haskins he gonna have to just win the job over there. But I think Big Ben will understand that move because I think he understands this is probably his last hoorah.
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
That can be an insurance policy where we got a good team that we can win. If you get hurt, we got this guy. And then next year, I think he'll be serviceable enough. And I think that's a team where defense could raise to the level 2000 Ravens.
Yeah, it's kind of
make a run.
It's kind of hard to find a team press outside of Miami.
I don't think Denver do it.
Denver
went and got Teddy, and they still in that sweepstakes for Rodgers and Watson. So I don't think Denver going.
Yeah, Denver just can't keep bringing in mid-grade quarterbacks.
Yeah. So that's gonna be tough. Yeah. But we talk about the 49ers, so this schedule gonna be crazy. I don't know how Trey Lance gonna get in there, but we'll figure it out at some point. Yeah. Maybe Jimmy G don't look that good in the first 2 games, which would be crazy. But we'll talk. We
just got to keep an eye on it every week. We gonna try to bench Jimmy G.
Week by week basis.
Yeah, this is a week by week case study.
We can start a little pool up. What week does Jimmy G get? Right?
All right. You got Seattle Seahawks, 12-4 last year. They got the best quarterback in the division. We already said that. I got Pete Carroll third, and you got him second.
I had him first.
First, okay, so you still got him first. So that averaged about 2. So
I got him second.
You got second, okay.
Yeah.
So he averaged 2. So with that being said, it's like okay, so there's another team that could be a potential lock in here. The only thing with Seattle is I don't like the roster. I like 49ers roster. I like Rams roster. I think I like Cardinals roster better than Seattle. And I think that's the only thing I've been saying that for the last 2 years though. and yet they still win 12 games, 11 games because how great Russ is and stuff. So it's like, do they ever regress to the mean, or is Russell Wilson, like you said, the top 5 guys can just transcend anything? Are we saying that Seattle Russ is so good, it really don't matter? As long as y'all solid, he gonna get you there.
As long as Russ is standing up, they're winning 10 games.
All right, that's
10
good.
games for sure.
Because used to be a 16-game schedule. Russ is good enough to get you 8, and then of those other 8, he'll squeeze out 2 or 3. That's why they always be 10 to 6, 11 and 5. So Russ is good enough.
Okay,
To,
I just that's the only thing is like Seattle to me is like we talk about the Rams injury top heavy. Russ go down, that's it.
oh yeah, I mean Russ go
It's
down.
not even close.
They know it's over.
So
Yeah,
they know
you
it's
know
over.
what's up.
So it's crazy. 'Cause I got Seattle at 10 wins. that's funny to say. So I mean, it's the same thing we talk about the whole schedule. AFC South. You got Jacksonville. You got Texans. So you pencil in 2 wins. You probably go 3-3 in the division. Probably unless you sweep Arizona, then you probably go 3-3.
No, nobody's sweeping Arizona.
So now are we saying, all right, now you got Indianapolis, you got Tennessee, you got Chicago. Do you win the Green Bay, the Vikings game? Because now, I don't care what y'all say. Seattle come to Minnesota now for the first time in like 8 years. Every time we go to Seattle, we always lose by a touchdown. We got to reverse that this year. So they getting the L this time. I don't care. But the rest of it, it's like, but can you win those games?
You better sneak it out in week 3.
Hey, we got to win that game. But anyway, yeah. So you got Minnesota, you got Green Bay, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean, I think
You win your division, so you got Steelers now.
we got to talk about their whole schedule before the bye. That's going to dictate their season.
That's tough.
Because they normally start kind of slow. Well,
They got no win except Jacksonville. They got no automatic except Jacksonville.
Because I think every game before their bye is a toss-up.
And they don't even have Jacksonville before the bye.
It's the last one before the bye.
It
is. I'm looking at it. It is the
It's
last
Colts.
one.
It's at Colts, home versus Titans, at Minnesota, at 49ers, home against the Rams, a long East Coast trip to Pittsburgh, back home for the Saints, and then they finish up with Jacksonville right there.
And that Rams game look like it's off a short week too. So prime time short week Thursday night game.
Yeah, that's gonna be
tough.
crazy.
That's tough. That's tough.
So 2 division opponents back to back. Then you're gonna fly to Pittsburgh. I think everything before the bye is what dictates their season. If they start off 2-5, then you get to Jackson, get to 3-5. You're hoping that you can pick it up on the back end because a lot of the easier games are on the back end.
Yeah, that 4 stretch after the bye is kind of hard.
Yeah, Green Bay, Arizona,
At
Washington, San Fran. You're going to get this easy dub off of Tyrod Taylor and the Texans.
Right.
If he's still playing by that
It's gonna
time.
be Davis Mills.
Yeah, whoever. I was about to say who the hell is
Or it's gonna be Rashad or Cam.
I was
Anybody.
going to say who the 3rd stringer, but that's the 4th stringer. That's Deshaun. Who the 3rd stringer out there, 2nd string, he going to get some burn too.
You can play everybody.
Yeah.
Man, they liable to go get Josh Rosen.
Nah.
The Texans. Go
Might
get
as
Josh
I
well.
don't even want to hear his name.
Might as well.
I predicted him to be the best quarterback in that draft.
Hey, I was pretty high on him too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I had him a little lower, but I thought he'd at least get a shot. He didn't get a chance to prove me wrong. He just don't get a shot.
He must have had a really shitty attitude. They got him out the paint so fast.
Bro, Cardinals said 1 year, and then he was back up on the Bucks.
Baby, come on, you couldn't win you couldn't beat out
He was on Miami.
Blaine
for a year,
Gabbert?
too.
Yeah, it's like you a young guy. Like shit, Dwayne Haskins getting a job.
He went to every team that needed a quarterback.
and couldn't
Couldn't
stay-
beat nobody out.
and couldn't make the roster.
Couldn't beat nobody out.
Forget beating somebody out. Did he make some rosters?
He was with Miami. They ain't had Tua yet. Then he went to
Yeah.
Buccaneers, who quarterback is a dinosaur, and you still couldn't be the future behind Tom Brady.
When they traded him to Miami, I'm like, okay.
There you go, got a
I
shot.
said the same thing.
I
I'm
just
like,
said
okay. I feel you. I wouldn't pass on Kyler Murray either, but
That's true.
he gonna do his. And then he didn't do it
Did
there.
nothing.
But then he got the 49ers. I say, oh, they want to get rid of Jimmy. Josh might can step in. Then the draft trade. Oh, never mind. That's over with.
Nah.
Yeah, like he can't even be a Chase Daniel, just a clipboard holder for 10
Yeah,
years.
he's not a
That's
good.
crazy.
That what shows you he's not a good guy.
That's crazy.
Like, okay, yeah, he might not be good at throwing the football. He got a good mind. He motivates the team. This guy, nothing.
no.
That's crazy.
Nothing. He just sits on the sideline, bitches and complains.
It's something.
So I got Seattle 10, 49ers 12, Rams 12, and then the Cardinals 8.
I'm in the same ballpark with you. I got Arizona at 9, I have 49ers and Rams at 13. I have Seattle at 11.
So
I got Seattle 11.
So Seattle over under is 10. So y'all.
Avoid.
So are we avoiding everybody?
No, if I predict you to be one win below or above your bet total, I can't do it.
You avoid.
It's just
it's
too
avoid.
risky.
So I avoid Cardinals. I avoid Seattle. But 49ers and the Rams are 11. I got them at 12. So I need to.
I wouldn't avoid the 49ers. That's the only team I wouldn't avoid.
No, you can't avoid them. Like
It's too easy.
That's too
right?
easy.
I think we talked
schedule
ourselves in that one. I'm gonna put some money on that. I don't care. Right? I'll leave Rams alone.
Bet. We're just whatever. We going on that.
Yeah.
We going out on that.
We'll go on the limb on that one. But yeah, so that's this division, man. Because if I'm saying Seattle got 10 wins and then Rams and 49ers at 12, you're talking about winning or losing some division games. Everything gonna mean something. You beating Jacksonville means something, like the division, because you can't afford to lose a Bears game or you can't drop no Detroit Lions game. Like you can't afford it.
Tiebreakers important.
You can't come back from that.
Tiebreakers.
And that's why the NFC West is going to be the best division. Because the Cardinals are the worst team, and they're going to have 8-9 wins.
Facts.
And that's tough. That's tough. They have a 4-play schedule next year. So Cardinals next year going to make the playoff. Four-play schedule. They might get the AFC West.
Well, I'm just saying it like this. This division is getting 3 teams in. It's just a matter of if Russ gets hurt, which I don't want to wish that upon Russ, that'll kick Seattle out, and that'll give Arizona a chance to
So it's 7 spots now, right?
Seven spots. Now, look, me and Rashad haven't even looked at what the theory says. Now, we're going by what our playoff says. Well, my playoffs got 12 wins. Obviously, got 49ers, and his got 49ers in there. Does it have all 3 teams? Y'all got to wait till the last episode to find that out. I ain't going to give you no spoilers now on the theory. But you know, would the theory value 49ers pretty high? Got the roster to save it. But if Kyle Shanahan 3 and the quarterback 4, I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out.
I'm only fucking with them from a betting perspective.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to bet them to make the playoffs. You're just going to bet them to get the over. Okay.
No. Just a pure
cash
raw data perspective.
Quick little cash out.
Right.
All right, so let's go and get out of here. So anything else to say about the NFC West? Y'all realize it's the best division? We all agreeing on that?
Yeah, the West is the best, man.
Yeah.
I
don't like to use the word best. I can't use. I'm just gonna say the most competitive.
From top to bottom, they are the best. How about that? I say that.
No, I don't even want to use the word best. I'm gonna be difficult today.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, at least for the last 3 years, they have been.
They have been for sure. They've been the best division. There you go. You got it. NFC West, best division in football.
There we go. That's all I wanted to say. That's all. So I appreciate letting us do it in here, man. This nice setup, man.
Come on, man. Area 24, man. Come on. It's too easy. Y'all tap in with us, man.
We got a couple more left, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that. Make sure y'all reach out to all the other shows that we got. The NFC South been out, the AFC South, all the East, the Norths. I think NFC North the last one, but check it out, man. This theory, it's gonna be crazy because I really don't know who gonna make the playoffs. We ain't checked that out yet, so I kind of want to see if this West all 3 gonna make it. The records we got them all in there. 11 wins, that should be playoffs. So we gonna see. So preach with Rashad and Cam.
Wild cards.
Let's do it.